This is Jeff Blackie. This is your July Q&A. This is going to be a special edition because I printed this out and there's actually a threat on here. So I'm going to explain that to you in about a minute or so. So this works out, wow. If this works out, I take 4 of the best questions, answers, insults, or comments that is gone through the private messenger in YouTube, since I pretty much cut off all comments to avoid flame wars with myself and other people. So it seems like I've been doing this every month now with the best 4, or in some cases the only 4. So let's get to this, because after I do this video, I'm going to have to leave, and I'm going to explain why. So at number 1, this comes from Redall525. Redall525. Where the hell do you get your material? You're not funny at all. Give it up. Yeah, that's what it says. Where the hell do you get your material? You're not funny at all. Give it up. Ha! What material are you fucking talking about, dude? What material? All I have to do is just go online and read the political news or news about sports or whatever, and just read the comments section. Actually, it's those people in the comments sections are trying to be comedians. I'm not actually trying to be funny at all. So, okay. So, okay, whatever. I guess that's your answer, Redall525. Okay. At number 2, it says right here, this comes from a guy or girl named Side Surfer. Side Surfer. What album would you recommend for an early thrash metal? For early thrash metal. Apparently he's Side Surfer. Apparently he saw some of the music stuff I put up. Ah, geez. Early thrash metal? Well, I would probably say Metallica's No Life Till Leather would be a good example of early thrash metal. I don't know. You didn't give a time period of early, unless of course you're talking back in the day, early. I would suggest Sodom, the Outbreak of Evil album. Maybe Creator's first album, maybe Destruction's first album for thrash metal, or probably Voivod, probably Roar for early thrash metal, if you're going back that far. Then, of course, you have your crossover bands. So I have no idea, Side Surfer. You didn't give a reference to what years you're talking about as early thrash metal. Because there's a difference between a 50-something-year-old old man like myself to somebody who's 25 who thinks early could be as far back as 1990. They don't think, any further back than that. So I don't know. I mean, the albums I just mentioned, go on YouTube and check it out. And type in Creator, Destruction, Sodom. Maybe Metallica's No Life Till Leather, which is like the earliest thrash from about 1981 to 1982 or 83. And of course, you got Kill 'Em All that was, that came out later on. Maybe you can find some early Anthrax. Or, well, SOD is considered thrash, but crossover, so you might want to check them out too. Anyway, so that is your answer, Side Surfer. Okay. This next one, this is the reason why the threat came through. This is really, really interesting. I got in this earlier. from a guy who knows allegedly where I live at. So we're going to find out. This comes from Black 717 GTA. Black 717 GTA. GTA, huh? Says here, fucking retard. I want to fuck you up. Message me, bitch. This comes from a guy called Black 717 GTA. So for the response to that and to this video, which will be a follow-up video, is apparently this guy has been flooding my message board this morning, starting roughly about 2 hours ago. And this guy claims to know what area I live in. He claims he lives in that area. And apparently he doesn't like my videos. Apparently he thinks I'm a Nazi, a racist, that I'm fake. You know, I'm a fake fucking veteran. I'm a fake martial artist. And of course, the next question is actually about martial arts. And he says he wants to meet me and basically kick my ass. So then I responded to him in his messenger. I told him what area he lives in. He actually lives very close. I said, are you familiar with this parking lot in this store that's in my area, which is a huge, huge supermarket? He says he is. And I says, I'll tell you what, I will meet you there between 12 o'clock and 12:30. And that's roughly about an hour and a half from now. I said, I'll meet you there. He says, yeah, well, fuck you, you piece of shit. And I told him what the car looks like, my red car, maroon car, and I'll be wearing a Woodlands Army jacket. And I will be waiting in that parking lot for him. He says, well, I got a black Camaro, and I'll see you there, bitch. I will kick your fucking ass. So, we're going to go see if this fucking asshole shows up. Or he might be just all this. And this goes to you, Black 717 GTA. I don't know what your damn malfunction is. I don't know if you're some sort of smart-ass, racist, whatever. But I'll meet you there. And that's roughly, if I look at my watch, or, well, I don't have a watch. Look at the clock, that's roughly an hour and a half from now. So I will be leaving and I will be recording. To see if your punk ass shows up. Because I'll be waiting. Got nothing to lose there, tough guy. So anyway, that goes to Black 717 GTA. This last one at number 4. For July 2020. I'm taking Taekwondo. How do you prepare for testing? Thank you in advance. This comes from a guy named Physical Official. Physical Official. I'm taking Taekwondo. How do you prepare for testing? Thank you in advance. Well, first of all, there's something kind of hokey about this. As far as I know, across the United States, all the martial arts studios are pretty much closed down. So I think this guy might be pulling my leg. I'm not really sure. He doesn't say what country he lives in. So maybe in the country where he's at, maybe their Taekwondo studio is opened up. So I'm gonna answer this to the best I can. How do you prepare for testing? A lot of practice. Practice, practice, practice. Practice your form for when you have to do your test. You didn't say what belt that you're testing for. So if it's a yellow belt, you know, it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Even I've seen 6-year-olds pass it easily. You're going to have your form, your takedown, your kicks. If you're doing yellow belt form, you're going to be doing a front kick, side kick. For your testing, for your forms, you'll be, you know, down, up, all this other stuff. You'll be doing that stuff. I mean, if I had enough room, I would pretty much show you what to do. And then, of course, you can have your board breaking. The board breaking is very simple. You're just going to be doing a simple hammer blow if it's a yellow belt. If you're taking, well, you're taking Taekwondo, so I assume that you're just a beginner. Because if you're going to ask me why I'm taking Taekwondo, I'm testing for black belt, I'm going to kind of think you're kind of crazy. Because after all that training, you should know and how to prepare to take on black belt. But if you're just starting for yellow belt, just practice. Practice in front of a mirror if you got it. Also, go online, look at videos preparing for the yellow belt testing or whatever. Or purple belt or, you know, orange belt. Then up to green and then past that. So I guess your answer, physical official, I am taking Taekwondo. How do you prepare for testing? Thank you in advance. I'm assuming that you're a yellow belt, and all I can tell you is practice, practice, practice until it becomes reflex action. Till you practically dream about it in your sleep. Assuming that this is not a BS kind of question, because as far as I know, all the martial arts studios in the United States should be closed because of the coronavirus. But if you're doing it online and you're testing online, you should already know all this. Go online, check for the yellow belt testing or whatever belt that you're testing for. So that is my advice to you. And ladies and gentlemen, this was the 4 questions, answers, and a threat of getting my ass kicked for July 2020. So I'm going to go and get ready and drive out and make a second video and see if this guy shows up, and we're going to have ourselves a throwdown, allegedly. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Jeff Blackie saying, Hua? See you next month on Q&A.